Are lifting straps worth buying? And I have been using lifting straps for quite a while now, and I wanted to see if it does make any difference because I've been using it for so long that I don't even know if it makes a difference. And that's what I'll be testing out in this video. How I'm gonna do that, I'm obviously gonna use the lifting straps for my back day. So the first back day I'll use without lifting straps, and the second back day I'll then use lifting straps. So what are lifting straps? Well, they're basically a training accessory. They're either made of fabric or leather, which help improve grip strength. When you put on your lifting strap, make sure it's nice and tight on your wrist. There's lots of ways to do this, but I personally like to just start wrapping the end piece over and over again until I fully wrap it, and then I start kind of twisting it like it was like a motorbike, which sounds funny, but it works, and just twist it as much as I can. So we're starting with the first day, and for this session we're not going to use any lifting straps, and I'm going to test my strength on every exercise. So the first one we will be doing is pull-ups. Couldn't really tell if maybe it was my strength, but I couldn't really tell if there was any difference. Now we're on to low rows. Now we're on to pull downs. And now finally we're on seated rows. We're on our second day now, and we're just going to repeat what we did from last day. I was able to notice the difference really quickly, and I realized that I can actually do more reps than what I did last time. And when I started to do my low rows, I was able to actually keep more of a better form than without lifting straps. If you're curious on which type of lifting strap you should pick, like for instance, my one is a fabric one, but it's all depending on you and what feels more better for you. For me, I never tried the leather one, but for me personally, I already bought the fabric one, so I kind of do prefer the fabric one since I already used it so much, but it's really up to you. Not only that, but I also realized that I'm able to push myself even harder. Now for the results. Based on what I found out, I realized how much of a difference your training becomes when using lifting straps. I noticed that I was able to keep my form stable, slightly increased reps, and was able to go to failure on my back rather than my grip. Here's the difference. Pull-ups went from 7 to 9, which was a 2 rep increase. Low rows went from 14 to 17, which was a 3 rep increase. Pull downs went from 10 to 17, which is a 7 rep increase. I'm going to have to increase my weight on this machine so that I can go to failure. And then finally, seated rows went from 12 to 14, which is a 2 rep increase. So overall of this experiment is 100% worth investing in if you want to build a bigger back. So subscribe and like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.